yesterday and see another group of people inside. I was peeking in the window,
massive
touring. So I don't think it's going to happen, which is
that would have been awesome.
I know, but I'm sure whoever goes in there will.
No, there's automatic resentment now for anybody else going in there.
I know. I do kind of feel sorry for whoever it's going to be. I've had so many people be like, oh my gosh, can we just expand over to the old chicken farm building? And I'm like, please no. Honestly, this little dinky pivot that I just did, that literally just killed me to get through. I mean, everybody knows anyway, when you're project managing a construction project, that nothing ever goes to plan, right?
No.
So
stuff always happens.
But this week I feel really good. I spent the weekend optimizing my spaces. So not just here inside, definitely in my office, but also at home, like in my room, to like get back to some sort of normalcy. I like literally, as this project started, I don't think I had put one item of clothing like I've done laundry for, like back where it belongs. Oh. Or, I mean, my days were so long and I was so tired. This weekend, I cleaned out my space so I'd have a nice little, like, whatever, morning writing, meditation, whatever space.
Yeah, I do that all the time. In not at all.
This week, so I've got 5 days. Today's day 5 of me getting up in the morning and having this morning routine. And I've done it every day. I've come into my office here, which I completely cleaned out on the weekend as well. And I changed some
it's spring.
Art on the walls. And it's funny. I have 9,000 square feet here, a beautiful workspace.
Yeah.
But my office is like a little closet, and it feels like it when I walk in there. Or it did feel. Now this week, it feels really good. And
at home, we call that nesting.
That's exactly what it was. I spent the whole weekend nesting. Well, not the whole weekend, because I went to the Sonoma International Film Festival on Saturday.
Oh my God, how was that?
The same as it is every year.
Wait a minute. Where?
Sonoma.
Being an old Sonomite. Is it at the Sebastiani Theater?
Well, the movies are playing all over town.
All over town.
Just depending on what movie you're seeing, there's movies for 4 days straight.
Let
me just correct you. I went to the film festival, but I didn't go to any of the films. I just went to the VIP party tent every day.
Well, not all of us are allowed in those tents.
Yes, I did have special access because I know people.
Nice.
So that was nice.
So that was just awesome.
It was a great weekend. It was great to have a weekend off.
Yeah, how'd that happen?
It was that, or I was going to die.
Right.
Like
you just got to.
I just felt so exhausted.
You got to force the space on the calendar and leave it.
Yeah. So I did that. And then came back on Monday, and the building was still here, and all the people were still here. It's really quiet today, actually. What's going on? It's happy hour on Friday.
I know. So is it a happy hour today, or
feels like a quiet one?
It's kind of quiet.
Yeah. Or maybe
is there a Jenga tournament?
It's or that there's happy hours outside of Keller Street that people are attending.
What is downtown?
Yeah.
I mean, the location of this place is ideal for work and social life, I guess.
For sure. I have something else I want to tell you about that we're doing here that I've just finally...
You've partnered with the Hideaway?
Launched. Oh, I wish. No, that's for another podcast, though. I do have a Hideaway story.
Oh, really?
We'll do that one on the next podcast.
My interest is, I got to be honest, that I don't know if I can wait a week, but you're the boss.
Last week I did my final independent worker discussion in our lounge. That's the one that you were talking about. And we've been working with the city and the county of Sonoma. The city of Petaluma and the county of Sonoma. And what we do here is we create we have a really great space for independent workers and freelancers and small businesses to get started. And with that type of work, there are challenges, right? In terms of, if you're a freelancer and you just left the corporate world, and there's a lot of things that you're trying to figure out, right? Whether it's resources to start your business or personal resources, health insurance, disability, retirement, all of these kinds of things, right? So there's this interesting statistic that in Sonoma County, by the year 2030, 50% of the working economy is going to be independent workers.
Wow.
So what does that mean? That means a lot
2030?
of... Yeah.
God, I hope it's around the
corner. It's really around the corner. And so there's a lot of impact economically on the county and the cities that, and we can play a small part in that as a co-working space and a place that provides resources, mostly continuing education type of resources. So that's what I've done is I opened up that conversation with the county. I invited all kinds of workers from around the county to come and listen. And now we're going to launch a program. It's going to be, resource based. So eventually we'll get to every week, kind of like lunchtime lessons, where we have specific topics that are meant to empower freelancers and such to succeed.
Honestly, I've been a little surprised that more people aren't trying to market in the space for things like benefits and that kind of stuff.
They are, but I want to be very intentional about that type of thing and make sure that it's very easy when you open a space and you have a community and everybody has needs and you're like, oh, I just want to do everything for everybody. But when you step back a little bit, think about how you want to do that and get very intentional about the types of programs you roll out, I think it benefits everybody. So, those are things that I'm working on in this next coming year, really.
Yeah.
And
it's here. Isn't it great springtime?
Well, I don't know. I think you're speaking too soon.
Oh, it's been a little rainy.
We got rain coming for the next 4 days.
No, it's blue outside right now. Don't mess it up.
Look I'm just being a realist here. It's April. It is almost the middle of April, and it's still raining.
Going, there's going to be scattered showers.
Hey, speaking of Alexa,
yeah, I put her in a box, man.
I'm about ready to put my Google Home thing in a box too.
Oh, really?
Because
Alexa's
it's
awesome.
The worst freaking user experience ever.
Really? No, Alexa's
Google,
great.
I'm sorry. You suck off. You suck ass.
Yeah, put a team of engineers on that, will you? Right. That's what what's funny is sometimes, and that's what I'm bringing it back.
Get her to play my Pandora.
I'm bringing it back to co-working,
okay,
right? Individual. And that's the problem. Sometimes you end up with a lot of groupthink and committees that come up with products like these, and it's nothing that anybody loves. That it's their baby. It's like this communal project, and so you get something good, but you don't get something that people love, right?
I just want something that freaking works.
Well, that'd be good too.
Good Lord. This is part of my space optimization, right? I have this Google Home.
You have a Google Home
screen.
You got the screen thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that should be awesome.
It's supposed to be awesome. Well, fuck, I can't get any of it to work. Like I managed to get it to actually, the first time I even turned the alarm on, which should be the basic thing, right? You go set alarm 6 a.m. It didn't even go off. I'm like,
wow, that seems like a story in itself.
Yes. So I'm saying
were you late?
is,
were you late that day?
It was a Saturday. Don't ask me why I turned my alarm on at 6 a.m. on a Saturday. No, Sunday. Excuse me, Sunday.
I have an alarm at 6 a.m. every day. It's called John, which is my son. Every day.
6 o'clock, huh?
Dude, it's weird. I think he he wakes up at 4 and just stares at the clock until it's 2 to 6.
Do you give him that parameter? Like you have to stay in bed until the 6 o'clock
there's been a
jingle or
yes.
How old is he?
He's going to be 9 in a couple of weeks. Oh. Yeah.
I would love to tell my son, no, actually this wouldn't work out really well. I was going to say, don't get out of bed till the sun comes up. But in the summer, the sun comes up at 5 o'clock.
No, but it's been suggested, wait till 6, man. Come on. And so it's 6, boom. He's there.
There he is. I'm lucky. Again, I think we talked about this before. My kids are good sleepers. So usually I have to wake them up. Or if it's a weekend, it's about 7.
They're total opposites to the other guys. He'll sleep all day if you let him.
Really?
Yeah.
But he's a little guy.
Well, he's not that little. What is he?
That's little.
How old is he?
I mean, you're talking about he's a teenager. They're going to stay.
No, he's he's 6.
Like my daughter. Anyway, so I'm really happy with the changes. I'm excited that I have some bandwidth now to start rolling out some fun new projects.
So what's the next event? The next event?
The next public event? Actually, no, it's not a public event either. That's for members only. But I do have to mention this one because it's a cool freaking reason to be a member here.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I did in the lounge, I said I kind of made it super versatile. I installed a projector screen and a projector from the ceiling. And do you remember right before we demoed the photo,
you did the
Cove, we did a big movie night in there, right? So I set up the lounge to be able to do the same thing. So we're doing movie night here in a couple of weeks. We're going to get a local pizza company to sponsor us. I'm not going to say yet because we haven't agreed on that one. But how cool is that? Like,
it's awesome.
So one of the members has this is another thing I love about this community is everybody kind of takes on these little projects as their own pet projects. So Jan, we had Jan on the podcast from Think Mojo. He's taken on movie night. And so we're going to decide on Monday what movie. I'm thinking Pulp Fiction. What do you think about that?
I think it's the classic of our generation.
I think it's a great choice. Somebody else kind of cringed and was like, "Oh, wow."
That's the whole point of
That's it. That's what I said. I'm like,
cringing. Yeah.
Yes, if you can cringe when I say Pulp Fiction, then we should show it. So I'm not sure. I will give him creative license on that. But basically, the only parameter is that it has to be able to be purchased on iTunes or whatever, streamed from my phone.
Oh.
So, sometimes there's those obscure movies that you can't even get a hold of anywhere.
I think Pulp Fiction's not one of those.
There's that. We have pizza and popcorn and wine and beer and just...
Oh, speaking of fun stuff.
A fun Friday night.
I shouldn't say weird, but the woman that cuts my hair said there's a Wicked Ice coming downtown. Have you heard of this?
I don't even know what that is.
It's like a creamsicle. So it's like a Cold Stony kind of thing, but they make like personal creamsicles of awesome ice flavors on top of ice creams of your choice. Fancy ice creams.
I'm so confused.
It sounds really good. Okay.
Wicked Ice.
Wicked Ice.
So that could be another. It is fun being downtown and hearing all the rumors about, oh my God, did you hear this? Did you hear that? Today somebody texted me
Nobody cares
a photo of another alcohol license sign in a window at a certain address. He just texted it to me and it said what the name of the company was coming in. And
that's kind of funny thinking about the alcohol licensing sign. It's like people will be getting drunk here. Like babies will be made because of this place at some point.
It's so true.
All the shenanigans that go on.
That is so true. It's funny. So, Petaluma is a small town. Everybody's always wondering what's the next big thing.
Are you watching the clock?
I am. I see we're 23 minutes and 53 seconds. So we're 3 minutes and 56 seconds overdue.
Or over. Yeah, we were going to do 20 minutes quick update at Keller Street.
Yeah, this is a good update. Thank you. It feels good to be back on the air.
What about the pricing? Pricing is the same around here?
Yeah, nothing has changed. I'm not going to bore everybody with how much it costs to be here. Come in and see us.
Well,
Jeez.
It's a bargain. Yeah.
It is a bargain.
If anybody thinks this place isn't
welcoming. And by the way, you get to kind of hang out with me and Phil and just
come in and talk to people.
Play music and drink wine.
Or you can come in and flip everybody off.
Or you can work if that's what you want to. There's that.
Oh my God, there's that.
There's that.
All right. Well, thank you for the update.
Of course. Thanks. We'll see you next week.